And we have the president of Virginia State University here. You are?
I'm Eddie Nathaniel Moore Jr.
Dr. Moore, tell us about your institutional advancement opportunities and experiences that you are experiencing, any initiatives in that area as president of Virginia State University.
I'd love to do it. This is my 17th year at Virginia State University and my final year. But during that time, we have raised more than $30 million for our endowment. We have built over $150 million in new building and campus beautifications. In fact, I'm leaving for my successor about that much money on hand to continue the construction. Our enrollment has virtually doubled. And we're just so excited about the opportunities, and the students are there. And we're proud of our new programs. We've upgraded our programs with an emphasis on technology, computer engineering, manufacturing engineering, criminal justice, mass communications like we're doing here. We're just excited about the new programs. The enrollments are up in those programs, and it's a great time to be a student at Virginia State University.
Being from the Richmond, Virginia area, I know I have quite a few friends and family members who have attended and or alumni of Virginia State University. Tell me in reference to having the Doctorate of Education program, is that not one of your new initiatives over the last 5 years, and how's that program coming?
Man, you're more informed than I am. You're absolutely right. We have graduated our first students out of that program. In fact, our first graduate is now a superintendent of schools in one of our local counties. We're really excited. We saw that need because so many of the K-12 leaders were retiring, and we felt that we needed to help prepare the next generation of leadership at K-12. So our alumni are really excited about that, and we've added our first PhD program, second terminal degree program in psychology with an emphasis on health.
Are there any institutional advancement activities that are going on presently that you'd like to speak about?
Well, I probably shouldn't, but since this is news, we are in the last phases of a capital campaign. We're about to go public with the campaign, so you have a scoop. The campaign was designed to be $20 million. We've already exceeded that. Our board just raised it to $33 million, and we'll make a public announcement on April the 3rd at my gala, my retirement celebration.
Tell us what it's like. You guys just recently added a Master's of Science in Sports Management degree program to your curriculum there. Tell us about that program.
Well, that program is really exciting because it feeds out of our PE and health, which people are surprised that it's coming out of that department. It has strengthened that department so much so that we're looking at kinesiology for that department. And it gives an opportunity for us to reach out to sport venues that really weren't involved with the university. It's enabled us to strengthen our golf course. We have NASCAR on campus constantly. I mean, those engines in the middle of campus attract everyone. So we're real excited about that opportunity.
Yes, I've been privy to some information that you can probably give me some clarity on the building or the proposed building of a new field house. And I was told the infrastructure of Virginia State was changing, and then there were some new housing initiatives. Could you speak to that?
You're very well informed, Doc. I got to figure out who your spy is. We are in the middle. We do not call it a field house. It's a multi-purpose academic center that will hold 8,000 people, more or less.
I stand corrected.
And that's our governor's name for it, because when we were calling it a field house, we couldn't get it funded. He renamed it Multi-Purpose Academic Center, and it got funded. So we have to make sure we keep a winning name on the building. We're real excited about that. It allows us to acquire about 20 more acres for our campus. About 120 homes and businesses that are next door to our campus we will be acquiring. We've already acquired about 30. And the campus will grow in size. It's an exciting time. I'm Eddie Moore Jr., president of Virginia State University, and we are watching HBCU Sports Live.
We're broadcasting live from Charlotte, North Carolina, CIAA 2010 here in the Queen City. This is your host, Dr. Kevin Butler with HBCU Sports Live. We have an assistant coach from Virginia State College, and you are?
Donald Payton.
Coach Payton, tell us about the outlook for Virginia State as it relates to CIAA 2010.
Well, right now we're, we had a strong finish to the season, and we're looking to build on what carry this over into tournament play.
As a new coaching staff, and I'm privileged to know that fact, as a new coaching staff at Virginia State, how do you feel about being received at Virginia State University?
Well, it's been challenging in some ways, but it's always been a great experience. Anytime you come into a new situation, a lot of people, it takes time to develop a lot of the relationships that you have to build. But I think, for myself and Coach White, that kind of developed rather rapidly. So I think we're on a good pace.
Tell me the difference, myself, having been a junior college coach, and tell me the difference in coaching at the junior college level and at the four-year level.
To me, there's none as far as the talent-wise. Junior college is for some players that need that further development of their game, as well as obviously the academic side of it. But as far as the level of play, I think it's comparable because we have Division I, Division II, NAIA, all levels of talent at that level. I'm Donald Payton, assistant men's basketball coach at Virginia State University, and you're watching HBCU Sports Live.
We have one of the great players at Virginia State, and you are?
Brandon Mackin.
Brandon, tell me about your outlook for the CIAA tournament.
Like Coach said, we had a rough start, and we had a couple good games at the end of the season to build off of, so I think we got a pretty good chance coming into the tournament.
So how you classify it, Virginia State? Okay, tell me about your experience at Virginia State.
Well, being that I was a Division I transfer from Charleston Southern, after my sophomore year there, I felt like I could bring a lot to the table, and so far I've done pretty well with being a senior now as my career at Virginia State, but I think I still got a lot to bring in this tournament. So,
are there any differences, or what differences are between playing at the Division I level and the Division II level?
To me, it's the pace. I mean, the pace is much faster at the Division II level, especially being in the CIAA. I mean, I watch college basketball all the time, and at the Division I level, we ran a lot of sets, and the system that we had was pretty decent. But I mean, the system that we run now is a more fast pace.
We have one of the great players in Virginia State's history here, and you are?
Brandon Plummer.
Brandon, tell us about your outlook for the CIAA tournament.
I feel like we got a real good opportunity to win this whole thing because like my coach and my teammates said that we have made a pretty good run towards the end of the season. My coach has really let loose and let us play a little bit of freelance basketball the way we like to play, and I think that we can get a couple of teams, but we'll take it a game at a time.